A supergun being trialed by the U.S. military has successfully fired an artillery shell to hit a precise target at a distance of more than 43 miles (70 kilometers) away, breaking the record for the longest precision-guided cannon shot in history. The extended-range cannon artillery system was tested at a firing range in Arizona. The supergun was developed with the aim of being able to shell enemy positions from a safe distance, well beyond the range of any potential retaliatory strikes. The range of the weapon is equivalent to the distance from the Statue of Liberty in New York to the city of New Brunswick, in New Jersey. The U.S. Army has said that the new piece of heavy artillery will be readied for deployment onto the battlefield by the year 2023. Developed by Raytheon, a U.S.-based defense contractor, the Excalibur S is equipped with a GPS system that allows it to accurately course-correct and laser seeker technology that enables it to even hit moving targets. According to the U.S. military, a key challenge in the development of the extended-range cannon artillery system has been in ensuring that the shells it fires can survive the intense pressure of their launch without damaging the guidance systems. The Army is racing to extend artillery ranges on the battlefield to take away advantages of high-end adversaries like Russia. When fielded, should be able to fire and take out targets from a position out of the range of enemy systems. The Excalibur cannon takes an M109A7 Paladin integrated management howitzer chassis and replaces the 39 caliber gun tube with a 58 caliber, 30-foot one. Combined with Raytheon-made Excalibur munitions and an XM1113 using supercharged propellant, the Army has been able to dramatically boost artillery ranges. In this test, the Army took 3 shots. The first shot came up short due to very high headwinds at a high altitude, and the second shot had a hardware failure. But the third shot proved that the service is getting closer to dialing in on the right balance between propellant, projectile design and other factors that play into achieving greater distances. This demonstration is not a destination, Colonel Tony Gibbs, the Army's program manager for Combat Artillery System, told reporters. This is really just a waypoint in our ongoing campaign of learning as we work to really realign U.S. supremacy in cannon artillery. It's definitely a big knowledge point for us today. Each munition fired during Saturday's event had slight design differences to address how best to design and prepare the round to absorb the high pressure and force of being fired at 1,000 meters per second from a gun tube of caliber. Today is really the build-up of about a year and a half of testing and analysis that we've done on the Excalibur projectile in terms of its ability to withstand a harsher environment, Gibbs said. So through a number of tests and analysis, we determined what muzzle velocity is required, what chamber pressures the projectile can withstand, and so all that came together in today's test. We fired it at the right propellant combination to provide the right muzzle velocity to achieve the range. Additionally, the Army demonstrated the Excalibur, as it exists in the inventory now, is survivable with a higher muzzle velocity and pressures to get to 70-kilometer ranges and hit targets directly. In the coming year, we'll make a lot of decisions and actually start to address them. Snapping the chalk line on a few things, we will snap the chalk line on the propellant, we will snap the chalk line on the projectile design and begin to look towards manufacturability, towards production. The Army will continue its soldier-centered design effort to include ensuring the configurations for the propellant and charge are something the soldiers can handle and that it doesn't affect the rate of fire. We obviously don't want to give them a configuration that's going to cause them to have to shoot slower. And the configuration of projectiles and propellant also has to be optimally stowed in a howitzer to maximize the number of kills on board. The Army is looking to nail down its design in 2021, Gibbs said. The muzzle velocities and pressures that those munitions see as important in the final design choices they make, but also, for example, the size of the rocket motor, the type of joint holding the rocket motor to the warhead, that ultimately affects the performance in the range that it will get, to include the type of steel that we use affects lethality. You see, there's multiple factors that are in play right now, and as we converge on our designs this year, we'll start to neck down on those choices into our final designs and that we will take into qualification. The Army is pushing to get an urgent material and safety releases to field the ARCA system in 2023.